We're just gonna go straight finding it. I might write something, but I don't think I want to right now. Alright, so after all that wording and kind of throwing a whole lot at you really quick, we're all of a sudden going to go back and do some really basic math that is extremely, extremely important, but it's also nice and simple. Alright, do not write anything right now. We understand that if it is 68%, how many lines would I draw to the left? How many lines would I draw to the right? So we understand that 68% goes from a z value of -1 to +1, right? Because that's 1 standard deviation to the left, 1 standard deviation to the right. What you need to now be able to do is if I put any value here, regardless of what it is, you can tell me what goes here. Okay? So let's think through that, and still don't write anything. If this is 68%, how much is here? Okay, 68% is shaded, yes? What percent is not shaded? 32, right? So what percent's over here? 13. Right? Everyone with me? Alright, so can I use this to find this line? We usually don't write percents that way when we're using the yellow sheet. I usually write it as what? Get out your yellow sheet. So where on my yellow sheet do I look for 0.1600? You look in the middle. Oh, makes you hungry. Oh, maybe you did know that. Alright, so look in the middle of your yellow sheet for 0.1600. 1600. In the middle for 0.1600, and you're following out to a z-score. So you're looking for the closest thing to 0.1600 in the middle.
0.5636.
What?
Where are y'all looking?
What are the two?
It's 1.8.
There's 0.15 what?
87.
Or
16
what?
1.
Which one of those is closer to 0.16? Which goes out to what?
-0.9.
Negative 0.99? Negative 0.99, right? Which is really close to what? You see where that came from now. Now, is negative 0.99, that's technically what it is. But 68, 95, 99.7 are just estimates, right? So do you see how we got there from what we just did? So let's do one together. So yours says this on there, right? Or no, whatever it says that, find it for
92%.
Let's do that one. So let's draw our graph. This is for finding 92%. Where would I draw the 92%? In the middle. So I've got some space on the left, some space on the right. This is 92%. what is the first thing that I do with that 92%? 92% is the shaded. So what's the first thing I want to find? What's not shaded? So how do I find that? And that gives me 8%. Cut that in half. And what is 4% as a decimal? And at that point, I just do what with 0.0400?
It's negative 1.7.
Negative what?
1.7.
Just 1.7? 1.7 what? 5? Okay.
Negative 1.75.
Alright, well, I know that the shape of this graph is symmetrical, so if this is negative 1.75, do I need to look up that one?
No.
It's what?
1.75.
The reason I called it a star earlier, and this isn't something like AP will count off for, we've got a positive one and a negative one. So instead of writing it positive, negative, I just call it Z star, which means it's going to be both negative and positive. This is my critical value, and I don't need you to write something down for this, but it defines where it's shaded and where it's not shaded. So this is my cutoff, my critical value between where it's shaded and not shaded. We will use 68, 95, 99 the most, even though I know you usually do 99.7. You'll end up memorizing those and not doing this process over and over. But if I give you one like 88%, you need to know how to get to this to find this. Let's write this and we'll be done. Formula for confidence interval for means. We've actually already written this. Did yours say this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just stop it.